Welcome to the JD Remedy. Welcome back to another episode of the JD Remedy. Thank you so much for tuning in this week. I am recording on Easter long weekend, so it's nice to have a bit of time off and relax. I've been spending time with family, and I hope you guys have had, by the time you are listening to this, the weekend would have already been. So I hope you had a fantastic few days and you took some time to relax. You took some time to switch off. I hope you had a great time with all the chocolate. I hope you did it without the guilt, as you would have heard me talking about recently. So yeah, I hope you guys had a really nice long weekend. That is here in Perth, WA. I got really excited because the Kardashians came out on Disney Plus. I watched the first episode and I have to talk about it because I nearly teared up. Who does that? What a weirdo. I just got really excited and happy for the new show. For those of you that have watched it, you would know what I'm talking about. If not, get a free trial for Disney Plus and watch it. Or just go watch it on Disney Plus. The filming is just so much better in the fact that they interact with the camera a lot more, so the girls seem a lot more personable. It's weird that we get excited to watch celebrities do celebrity things, but then when it's flipped, we get really excited to watch celebrities do relatable things, and they're a lot more involved. The kids are on the show a lot more. We get to see their businesses, behind the scenes of the businesses, which I'm so excited for. And just Courtney in general, she's so happy and loved up. I've never seen this side of Courtney before. It's really interesting. And yeah, it's really cool to see her with Travis. Obviously, I am a huge Blink-182 fan. They were my jam when I was in high school. I was that little punk rock kid. So it's really weird to see those two worlds kind of combine, but yeah, they seem really fucking happy and it's really cool. And I like the interview style is a little bit better. It's a bit more cash and interactive, and they have cool little side, what are they called? Side interviews to put the plot of the story together. It's just so fucking cool. Obviously the first episode was Go Happy Lucky. I'm interested to see how they film drama and how it's different to whatever platform they were on before. I watched it on Hey You, but I don't think that's the main streaming platform that they film with. So that'll be cool to see how they do it. So that is my recommendation, or something that I watched this Easter long weekend. So definitely get on it. I had a little, I wouldn't say argument, but I got super defensive with my family on the weekend because we were talking about the most followed people on Instagram, and Kim's obviously up there. And for anyone that doesn't watch their show, I understand their preconceived ideas would be, oh, she just rose to fame because of her sex tape and blah, blah, blah. She's a bimbo, and I can understand that. But if you don't watch the show, I keep saying to people, she runs multiple companies. She's studying to be a lawyer. She has 4 fucking kids. It takes a special kind of lady to do that. Do you know what I mean? She is so smart and so powerful, as are the rest of the girls. If you got famous off a sex tape, you can either do something with that fame and make an impact in the world and your family and, do something great, or you can just be known for the girl with the sex tape. Do you know what I mean? So I think good for her. We all have probably made a sex tape before. It's the same with the Pammy and Tommy thing. They made a sex tape in their marriage, in their privacy of their own home, and then they get shunned for it. It's we all do it. Relax. These poor people. Okay, so good for her for making something, making a career out of her sex tape leaking. That's all I'm going to say. I'm going on a little bit of a rant. I don't know why I get so defensive about it. It's just they are very smart business women, and I admire them for it. Good for them. We need to stop hating. Anyway, today's episode, I wanted to do a topic around self-esteem and confidence and just our body image in general. I do think about it quite often, and I talk to a lot of my friends and my community about it in terms of this idea that we were not born with self-doubt. we were not born with all these insecurities and things that we hated about ourselves. We just don't come out the womb like that. We don't come out the womb with all this stuff that we hate about each other. There's always points in your life, interactions, environments, conversations, certain people that trigger or bring on that thought of insecurity. And for me personally, it's always been someone laughing to the extreme or questioning something on my body, or even looking at someone else's body and realizing that mine doesn't look the same, that add to that basket of insecurities, right? If you picture the metaphor of like a young girl, you know, a little toddler, not a care in the world, right? We carry this empty bag of insecurities. Empty because we don't have any. And then along we go in life, and we might have a conversation with the boy in school that like makes fun of us. So we add that into the basket. We might have when we're a teenager, we might compare ourselves with some of the girls we go to school with and add to that basket. We might have our first abusive relationship or toxic relationship, and they put us down mentally. So it adds to that insecurity basket. And eventually, when we get to adulthood, we're carrying quite a heavy basket, right? So it's up to us to, as part of this growth, as part of this self-worth that we're working on, is find ways to empty that basket, right? And I'm not saying all of the time we're going to be 100% happy with ourselves, because I think it's quite normal to have insecurities or have things about ourselves that we don't like or are not 100% confident with, but it's how we relate to those insecurities and what we do with them that can be powerful or damaging to our self-worth. So take a look at what is in that basket. What is weighing you down? What makes you insecure and doubt yourself? And take control of them. You know, slowly take them out or work with them. Does that mean that you're getting rid of people in your life that put that insecurity in there? Does that mean that you are unfollowing people on social media that caused that thought to question yourself? Does that mean getting rid of those people on your feed? Does that mean going to personal development seminars to work on yourself, or doing courses online for confidence? It's a whole range of things, right? But the point is understanding what's in your insecurity basket and identifying where it came from. And even if it happened years ago, even if it was that boy in 6th grade that told me I had an ugly hand or whatever it was, identify that. And then it's cool to backtrack and go, what did I think about my hand before that person told me it was ugly? A hand is really random. I don't know why I used that as an example, but let's use my insecurity. And I'm slowly coming to terms with it now, but it's like, I don't like my toes. My toes are like really short and all the same size. So I like get insecure about them sometimes, because some girls have really pretty feet. And then I might say, well, Jade, what the fuck is a pretty foot? Like everyone, why do I use such weird examples? Like everyone has a different idea of what a pretty foot is, right? But my understanding of what a pretty foot is doesn't match what my foot looks like. Just hypothetically, not hypothetically because it's real, but just as an example. So where was I going with this random thought? Yeah, I never gave a shit about my feet or my toes until someone pointed out my toes and was like, your toes look different. They look weird. And then once that thought is like planted in your head, you're like, they do kind of look weird, don't they? And then you fixate on it and it doesn't go away. And that happened to me. How old was I? I think I was in high school, and I'm like 29 now. So it stayed with me and I get really subconscious about it. But it's also weird on the flip side that different people you hang out with compliment you, and then that insecurity goes away. So one of my partners, like, I really didn't like that I had bigger legs. Like because I don't have this insecurity anymore. So I can't remember how to explain how I felt. I think like they were a little bit meatier. Like I've always had like like I have broader shoulders, bigger hips, big bum, like bigger legs, you know what I mean? Like I'm a bit fuller or built bigger. I don't fucking know how to explain it. I'm trying not to like use negative terms to like describe my body because I'm learning about self-worth. Yeah, so my legs, I was insecure about them. And then I got a boyfriend that was like, your legs are so fucking sexy. Like, I love it. You're so muscly and blah, blah, blah. And then I was like, yeah, I look good. So there is a flip side of the coin where people compliment your body and then you start to love yourself, right? And if you really struggle, like my idea is always you build yourself up first. And if people compliment you, that's a plus. But if you're in the early stages and you're really struggling to love something about yourself or struggling to let go of those insecurities and empty that basket, the first step is eliminating all the people, all the places, all the triggers that bring on those insecurities. The second phase is surround yourself with people, positive triggers and places that build up your confidence. Something I talk about in one of my programs is like a social media audit or culling, whatever you want to call it. It's, you know, are you finding yourself looking at people's pages or certain influencers or people, just everyday people that you follow, and every time you see their photo in your feed, you feel down about yourself? Like, is it a negative trigger to a certain body part or your skin or, you know, whatever it is? Unfollow them. Unfollow them. Why would you want that to be a part of your daily environment or thoughts or image about yourself? Like, get rid of it. And it doesn't have to be like a long-term thing. It's just you're making the process easier for yourself in the beginning while you're learning. Like, we are not, just as much as we're not born with insecurities and self-doubt, is like we're not born confident. We just don't understand it at a young age, right? So the opposite of self-doubt is a learned behavior, one of those. Confidence is a skill as well, and you have to work on it. It's all well and good that we sit here and it's really easy for us to put ourselves down, but why is it not easy for us to compliment ourselves, right? Why is that the case? And I think about this a lot because I have a younger sister who's in high school. And high school did have great memories for me, but it also had a lot of traumatic experiences in terms of my self-worth. I think about her in that situation and I want to talk about stuff that, how can we prepare ourselves for that? How can we build these young girls' mindset to be prepared? Because that's the inevitable, right? Like, that's going to happen. People are going to bully people because they have their own shit going on. They're insecure themselves, whatever the reason you're a bully. How do we build up the self-confidence at such a young age to prepare them for that? Because like I said, you're not born with confidence. So how do we instill that in our young people to prepare them for that? It's almost like building up the skill of self-defense and like they're ready for fucking battle. Because as soon as they go to high school, they in the war zone, right? We have to just hope and do our best to build them up to a point where if they are bullied, it's like, yeah, the first bullying experience can be jarring, but it's not allowing that mindset to go, yeah, you're right, I do have fucked up toes or my hands are ugly. It's going, oh, that's your opinion, that's fine. But I know my toes are sexy. My hands are the bomb. I'm going to be a hand model when I'm older. You know what I mean? So it's interesting. I spoke to one of the mums that were in my program and I was asking her, you know, why do we not teach about mental health in high school? And why do we not have stuff for them to do? I've scratched my forehead and I have like a big red mark on my head for anyone that's watching the mini clips of this. So I'm not going to die. It's okay. I said, why don't we teach them this kind of stuff? Like, cool. If you're going to be a fucking carpenter or something like that, cool. Algebra, no worries. But I don't give a fuck about algebra. I would have rather have been taught about stuff that I'm going to face in the real world. And the argument is that the school's job to do that? Maybe not. They're obviously there for education. But especially because high school is normally where the bullying takes place, or even primary school. Like, that's where the fucking trauma starts for some people, right? So why are we not doing confidence programs with them, or communication skills? Like, fuck. The NLP skills, and it doesn't have to be NLP in particular, but just how to communicate, how to stand up for yourself, like assertiveness, how to teach a kid how to be assertive, right? And I was speaking to this mum, about it in my program, and she said they're actually starting to do mental health stuff. Like, they're actually bringing these programs in. And I just thought that was really cool. But it makes me really proud to have a podcast like this, and my Instagram page, because my little sister follows my Instagram page, like my business one, my coaching one. And I'm very conscious of what I'm putting out because I want it to be relatable for her. And I remember what I was going through, like at her age and even older, all throughout high school. And I always have those girls in the back of my mind when I'm talking about stuff. And yes, we can do a lot of this self-care and this work on our confidence. Now that all the trauma's happened and we are realizing our self-worth, let's build it back up. Let's not forget, what can we do or say to little people around us, whether you have brothers or sisters, whether you have your own kids or your friend's kid, or you are a teacher, like whatever it is where you interact with children, what can we do to implement those confidence skills and prepare them for self-doubt battle? Because it's a raging war and it's tricky. But yeah, let's just say we are where we are, because that's real, that's true. We're sitting in our car right now listening. We're at the gym, we're going for a walk, wherever you're listening to this podcast. Like, how old are you? And what's in your bucket? What's in your insecurity bucket? Where did that insecurity come from? And then eliminate it if you haven't already. And then put things in place to boost the confidence. Put things in place to boost your self-worth and your self-love. And then the third phase is yourself. Doing things for yourself that boost it. Whether that's journaling about your insecurities, or positive affirmations, or I used to have this app where like every hour or a couple of hours a positive affirmation would go off. And it does. It trains the brain to think that. Just as much as if you label yourself, oh, I can't remember shit, oh, I'm so dumb, or yeah, you're right, I'm fat. Like, the more you say that, subconsciously you're actually training your brain to believe that. So why not have triggers and say stuff to train your brain to be confident? So that app that went off every 1 to 2 hours, like, you are worth it, you are beautiful, whatever they were saying. Even if in the moment it seemed insignificant and it was like, okay, cool, yeah, my app's going off. Subconsciously, it's fucking training me to be like, noted. You know, the subconscious little minions get together and like, we got a message. And it's like, they're saying we're worth it. Put it in the brain. Then all the minions carry that positive message and put it away in the subconscious to like, they've got their fucking, oh my God, I'm so hectic with metaphors, but they're going back to the subconscious and they've got these bricks, right? They're building 2 towers. One of the towers is the confidence tower, and one of the towers is their self-doubt or low self-worth tower. So every time that positive message comes in, they put another block on the confidence tower and the other team takes one off the self-doubt tower, right? So which tower do you want to be higher? Where are your minions taking your messages? Man, I should be like a cartoonist or something. I'm going to create a cartoon for little kids. You heard it here first. Copyright. I'm going to make a cartoon. I have no idea how to make a cartoon, but even a comic. I should make a fucking comic. Oh my God. Like, I'm going to stop recording right now and go make this. No, but seriously, we need to be writing books. I know there's books out there to build confidence and stuff like that, which I think is brilliant. I always buy my friends' kids for their birthdays, I buy them like emotion books because that's just who I am. That's what I love. Like mental health and, you know, feelings are okay. I'm that person. Every time the mum of my kid like unwraps it, they're like, oh, this is from Jade, Auntie Jade. Of course it is. No, it is all good and fun. But yeah, fuck, what a revelation, hey? But yes, something that came up the other day actually, and I caught myself, and I'm going to be very honest and open with you guys. You can judge me if you like, but I'm constantly working on this shit. Just because I'm a self-worth coach does not mean that I don't have self-worth issues, and I'm continuously building on myself, because that's the whole point. I went to an event, I think it was last weekend. It was like a euphoria day party, like a fairy party. And one of the girls at the event was wearing like a super short skirt. Oh, hey, my cat's jumped up on the aircon next to me. What are you doing? You're not gonna fit. Come here. Oh, I got you. Oh, say hi. Sorry. One of the girls was wearing a super short skirt, but she was pulling it up and like twerking like everywhere. Even when she would walk or she'd find a camera or a videographer, she was like pulling up her skirt and like twerking. And my initial reaction was to judge. I was like, wow, she really wants her butt to be shown. And then I caught myself. I was kind of like, oh, we don't bash other girls, Jade. Like, we don't, not physically, like talking. We don't put down other females, Jade. Stop it. Like, smacked myself. And then I was like, you know what? Good for her. She obviously works hard on her body and she's super confident. Like, that's the word I'm going to use. If you behave like that in a positive way, you must feel really fucking good about yourself. And I stopped judging her and I started like, I was like clapping. I was like, yeah, fucking good for you, bitch. Like, bring that twerk over here. And I changed my mindset in the moment. I was like, good for you, babe. Like, I wish every girl was that confident. Like, think about the amount of girls that pull their dresses down constantly, or like, you know how you like pull your shirt away from your stomach because you don't want it to like statically stick and show your belly? Well, I do that anyway. I think it's a well-known thing. I don't know. Or pull your jeans up constantly, or I don't know what you would do when you're insecure. That's just a couple of things I do. Like, I pull my shirt away from my belly, or I like lift my high-waisted pants a bit more to like place it ever so carefully, like on my waist instead of my belly. We do that so often. Imagine if we were so confident we were walking around like, I'm going to take my clothes off. It's a bit dramatic, but like, you see where I'm going? This girl was like, like she was determined to get her ass out of that skirt. And then I remember later on in the night, I saw her, she had made her way like through the crowd, and she was next to the main stage, like up on the platform next to the stage, like not on stage with the DJ, but she was right off to the side, like where all of his like managers and shit would have been. And she was twerking. And I was like, she's made it. She's twerked her way to the stage. And here I am on the floor. Like, who's the queen in this situation? And, you know, I think we all have these judgments in our head, and whether we are judgmental because we're jealous or we just, I don't know why that thought came to my head. It was just my first initial thought, and I'm going to say it, I'm going to be honest, I was very judgmental, but I caught myself. And by the end of the night, I was like, who is this girl? And I started thinking, I was like, I wonder where she trains, because she was fit, like she looked good. I was like, she looks good in that outfit. I wonder where she got her outfit from. I don't know. I just found myself wondering about what life she led. But yeah, that's something we need to be careful of as well. Where's this judgment coming from? Everybody's working on themselves. Everybody is somewhere in their own self-worth journey. And for her, you know, and this is a huge assumption. She may not be as confident as she was letting off, but good for her if she's not. She's pulling it off really well. But yeah, it was super fascinating for me to go through that process of like being judgmental and then fucking bringing awareness to what I was saying about someone else and then praising her for being confident. So good for you. I think that's all I have to say. I hope you liked today's episode. It's a very important topic for me. I'm going to continue to talk about like body image and building ourselves up. But if you think about yourself right now carrying that basket of insecurities, 3 phases. 1, maybe 4. Identify where the insecurities came from that's in your basket. People, person, conversation, something you saw on TV, blah, blah, blah. 2, eliminate that. Eliminate the trigger. Unfollow that person. Do not talk to that other person. Stop going to the place that makes you uncomfortable. Step 3 is implementing positive triggers. So follow the right people. Follow people that boost you up. Make friends and surround yourself with people that compliment you rather than tearing you down. And then stage 4 is doing stuff for yourself. You know, the app on your phone that triggers it, or self-development courses, online or in person. Exercising, skincare routines, whatever it is that helps you. So hopefully that's helped. Hopefully if you have a little person in your life from wherever they're coming from, you think about this episode and you build up their confidence. And I think if we openly talk about insecurities as adults, we encourage others to do so. And because I know for a lot of the fact when I talk about insecurities or I watch influencers talking about their insecurities, I'm like, oh, I'm not the only one that thinks that about myself. Like that's a normal thing. So I think that's super important that we talk about it because it gives others the permission to do so as well. So that is it for today. I hope you enjoyed today's episode. I know I loved it. So spread the word. Get your ass out of a skirt and shake it. Get on that stage, honey. Anyway, if you would like to follow and find out more about me, you can head to my Instagram, which is Jade Delpup, JAYDEDELPUP. There is a link tree in there where you can find my business account, my YouTube channel, the Facebook group that is specifically for this podcast, so you can answer any questions or ask any questions you have, interact with the girls that are in that group. And I like talking about the discussions that are posted that week. So have a little squiz on there and let me know what you guys think. If you enjoyed today's episode, please reach out and let me know if something hit home for you, if it resonated with you, if you learned something. Please message me. I love hearing from you girls. I have a couple of you that are like, every time you listen to it, you're like, oh my God, I'm this far in. I totally resonate with this. Oh my God, totally. This happened to me the other day. I fucking froth it, okay? Like it brings joy to my life. It builds the blocks in my confidence pyramid, okay? So please add some blocks into my subconscious. But until next time, guys, I hope you enjoy the rest of your week and I will see you soon. Bye.